Hello, everyone, and welcome to more Seven Wonders Duel here on the Sorcerer Network. The ever never-ending journey to 300 ELO. Got a good chance here. Mausoleum, I think, is the best one here. This is kind of a weak set of wonders, in my opinion. Gosh, would have liked to pick from this first. However, I will happily take both of these. I don't think those are bad. I think that this is the best card here. The nice thing is this gets us 2 resources. Okay, my opponent discards, which is a totally fine strategy as well as loads up my side. That makes sense. Okay, because this science card is free, I'm definitely going to take it, as well as I'm not really giving up. Yeah, I'm not really giving up much here. Surprised that my opponent paid a coin for that. So I will happily take the one for free. Excuse me. I know putting 9 points over here isn't like... I mean, I don't just want to give my opponent a free 9 points, but it is what it is. Whoa. Well, I will 100% take that. I was expecting my opponent to take that yellow card. I'm in. I'm in. All right, yeah, now we do some discarding. Yeah, the science was not so much like I'm going for a science victory as it was just like it's free. And, you know, it's nice to take some stuff here. Hot dog. Definitely going to take the 4 coins. It also means that we get a bunch of good stuff. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I'm going to keep taking the yellow cards. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to be at a little bit of a resource disadvantage if I can discard for a butt ton of coins. Okay, so the gate will be on my opponent's side, which is, you know, not something that I super like. I think I just discard this. It's just so many coins, and I like it. So my opponent is going to put this card here, making the gate less expensive. Now... there is a world where I actually think that this is a little bit better than this. Especially because I'm coming out of this age with 4 yellow cards. Yes, please. Yeah. All right, so, you know, this is a nice card. Yep, that would be why my opponent took it. However, this isn't a total loss for us because I like this card. You know, we are really kind of doing the discard thing. I could have grabbed this for a progress token. The only issue that I have is there's not really that great of a progress token. All right, so that's a little annoying, but we can also go get it with the mausoleum. So now I do think I am going to take a progress token. Not really anything really great here. I don't really want to go for this war thing. I think we just take architecture and call it good. All right, so we do have to watch my opponent now. So I am going to discard this for 7 coins. I think what I try to grab here is the gate. And also try to beat my opponent to the snake here. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and discard all these coins. Yeah, so then next turn, we can grab the gate and then also grab this snake here as well. So, yeah, we're just going to... I know my opponent can get a progress token here. I do not care. I would much rather have Ra... because I would much rather steal Temple of Artemis. This is fantastic. Okay, and now we grab the snake. What have we seen? We haven't seen this one, so I'm going to steal it because then maybe I could get a progress token out of it. I don't know. Okay, that is fine. What wand are we going for? And what are we taking out of the... Okay, we're just taking a card. Okay, we're getting a progress token. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think this is... Oh, no, my opponent has theology. So I'm just sitting here. Ooh, excellent. I definitely don't want my opponent to get this. I think my opponent was looking for law there. I mean, I suppose I need to start getting some points here. Just gonna... But getting a lot of coins seems also pretty nice. So, like, I'm just gonna do this. Because this is 9 points. Seems good. Interested to see what my opponent does here. Oh, just grabs the 9 points there. Okay, I think this is a perfect opportunity to use an extra turn. Because I kind of want that 2 stone. Or do I not? Yeah, I kind of just want this. Maybe should have done another extra turn so my opponent didn't go first here. I'm not all that upset about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm upset about this now. You know, that stinks there. But, you know, I think I am okay with doing this. So, I mean, I have a really huge resource advantage here. The question is, can I... Ooh, interesting. I am okay doing this. Especially if my opponent wants to give me the lighthouse. Yeah, I am in. Very happy to grab, like, a ton of coins here, plus the 3 victory points. I don't love that my opponent is getting all of this. However... That costing 7 is pretty good. I do also can get something from the discard pile. I got a bunch of extra turns. I think we just play this. That seems fine. That's kind of annoying, I guess. But not really. Oh, that's right. My opponent can go first again. Or can go again. All right, well, I think this is fine. My opponent doesn't have any money, so they can't really do anything with that. I mean, I should just construct this so I get the points. I'm not going to give my opponent 2 free points here. That's dumb. And I want my opponent to have to do something here, because I want this card. And then I also want this card, and I have plenty of extra turns to do it. And I can really, like, okay, wait a minute. So if I go extra turn, I kind of want both of these, though. I mean, we're just going to do this. I think this is correct. My opponent can't afford this, has to do something here. So, yeah. So, is there anything? No, not worth getting. So, we're going to grab this. And then we can grab this. I don't think I played that very optimally. But, I'm not certain it is going to matter for me. Because I have the lead on coins. I'm going to get a couple points from the war. So, I'm definitely not going to, like, blow them out. But, I definitely pressed my advantage there. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Yeah, I mean, my opponent kind of, did what... I think my opponent was trying to go science, but we kind of shut that down, and then just kind of was able to play the blues and keep it close. But just, we had so much discard power that the amount of money we had made it that the resources didn't really matter. I'm always curious of people not grabbing the yellow cards. I think just I've never regretted grabbing a yellow card. Never been like, oh man, I wish I hadn't grabbed that. Okay. Interesting start here. Really good progress tokens here. So I think that Statue of Zeus and Mausoleum are the best ones here. And then the nice thing is we get the first pick here, and it's hot garbage. I could go like full military here and just like really like try to just blow my opponent out of the water. But I think that this and Circus... Oh, nope, sorry. I can't draw two. I think Circus Maximus would be the other one that I would want, because then I just don't have to worry about any resource things, whereas my opponent does. It's kind of a very weak set of wonders, in my opinion. Like Great Lighthouse, just... It seems good. And I think in base 7 wonders, like Alexandria, great. I love that wonder. It's my favorite wonders. I've won the most games with it. I love it. But I just don't like it here. I think it's just kind of bad. I think there's just other stuff that I'd rather do. Okay, so something to watch, that my opponent might grab this. However, I'm happy to discard some... Yeah, okay. So we are going to have to now watch a science victory because Law is here. My opponent already has 2. I would really prefer my opponent not to get 3 science tokens. Or science cards, sorry. Now I'm kind of wishing kind of wishing I had taken all the war stuff. Really could have just done that. Whatever. I don't think that's a real winning strategy. I mean, it's kind of fun, I guess, but I think it's... The war stuff is just so easy to thwart. Like, it can come out of nowhere, don't get me wrong, but it's just really easy to thwart. Okay, that is interesting. All right, I know I give up the papyrus here, but I think it's worth it for the free wood. Okay, and then we discard this. No yellow cards yet, which makes me concerned about revealing a card. But again, I'd rather reveal 1 card rather than 2 cards. The probability of, just basic statistics. So, okay, that's great. I love that. Probably forces my opponent to discard the war card unless they want to give up the 3rd science card. Which might not be the worst thing in the world because, you've got 2 blue, 2 Greek Pantheon tokens. I just placed 1. So there's a chance that you could Hades something, especially if you prioritize placing that token. So, I don't know. I see it both ways. I'm hoping one of these is a yellow card. That's what I want. It doesn't matter which one because I don't mind revealing the shield. But I want one of these to be a yellow card. I'm having a Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. You love to see it. I don't love to see that, because I'm assuming my opponent is going to take the 3rd science symbol. And it pretty much means that I need to make sure that my opponent does not get a 4th science symbol. Now, not ideal, but... I as I said before, I don't think that I'm ever in a situation where I'm like, you know what I hate that I took? A yellow card. So, and the other good news here is we don't get any Mesopotamian ones. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I am happy to... I believe I would like to discard this. Because the fact that my opponent put a Phoenician thing over here is interesting. The other thing is pretty much if my opponent gets... Now it looks like how this is going to go, I'm going to be okay. If my opponent gets this, I'm done for. So I need to make sure that my opponent doesn't get that. And the good news, too, I'll be able to know what this is based on what these two are. Okay, so that is the steal a resource. So I think we put this here because I want the gate to be 6 coins. But yeah, this means we will get to steal a resource, which will be very nice. As well as I'm just going to discard that for coins. So yeah, Hades is one we're going to want to get off the board also. Ooh, man. Oh, man. I would love to do Baal, but I think I'm going to just do this. If my opponent steals one of my resources, that's fine. Again, I think it's just better. Why can my opponent pay for this? Oh, because it's 3 coins. I'm the one that has to pay 8 coins. Woo! Yeah, I stand by that decision. That the brewery's just so good. So what did he do? He strength the Caravanserai. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Pew! Yes, okay. Alrighty. Hang on 1 second. I have to answer this very important text. You know, very professional. Okay. So I must do something now. So I am going to. Sorry, everybody. I'm, being very professional YouTuber here. I think that I would like to get rid of this science token because I don't want my opponent to be able to get law. That seems good. Awesome. Okay, I don't really care if my opponent gets that. I think that gate is a perfectly okay thing to do here. Okay, so we don't get Ra, which is a little bit not great. It's probably just Tanit here. Like, it's probably just get a ton of coins. I was kind of hoping for Ra, though. I guess my opponent doesn't have, like, anything ridiculous, and I'm like, oh, I would love to steal that. I probably also just want to do Hades just to not have it on there. And I have the Mausoleum, and my opponent can't get Ra anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I like where this is going. Okay, well, never mind. There goes Hades. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with how we prioritize that. Now, it does mean that I'm going to want to do this because I want to get rid of... Because hilariously, I could lose this in this age. And by hilariously, I mean I don't want that to happen. Now at least I like it's going to go to a third age. All right. I think I'm going to keep my opponent to be pretty resource poor. I probably want to grab this as well. I have an extra... I'm using this solely for an extra turn, and I'm going to need it. That is okay. So yeah, I'm going to grab this. It's points at the end if I need it, or it's coins, but mostly it just prevents my opponent from getting things. And I also love Statue of Zeus. I can get rid of this. I'm liking a lot of things here. Okay, that's fine. If Law wasn't out here, I'd be worried about that. But because I know where Law is, I'm not as worried about that. Okay, don't love that he got a bunch of coins. However, I will happily take this because it is more coins for me. Always happy with that. Okay, that is fine. I think I'm okay to just kind of continue to discard and just have a bunch of coins for later. I also do have things in the discard pile that I can grab. And my opponent can't get into the discard pile anymore. So that feels nice. So, do I care that my opponent gets that yellow card? I think the answer is no. Oh, excellent. I would love to go first next turn. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and do this, because this only moves back 1, and then I can get rid of the 2 wood. So I still go first next turn. My opponent has no more extra turns, though I should make sure that I get rid of Isis here. Yeah. So now I'm going to do this. And I'm going to, gosh, I really don't want anything from this discard pile. But also, I don't really want to do this and reset it back to neutral. I want to guarantee that I go first. So I'm definitely going to grab one of these science cards, and I'm going to do the Mausoleum. And then, I don't know, I'll just grab 5 points. Like, it's not the greatest play, but it just prevents my opponent from getting Law. That right now is the main thing. If my opponent gets Law and has 5 of 6 symbols going into the last age, that's a death sentence right there. It's going to be very likely that my opponent gets lucky and wins, because there's 4 potential cards. So just by probability-wise, it just I'm playing the probability game. Okay, so my opponent plays that. So that's not nothing. Like, we gotta, now keep an eye out on a military victory. But, all right. So in this case, I want to go first. I know that this reveals this, but this is a lot of coins for my opponent, and I really don't want my opponent to get that. I know that this is available as well, but, meh. I don't care that my opponent gets that. I would just much rather just get rid of this. I mean, that sucks, but I don't want to risk. It's too early in the age to risk a science victory. I guess I'm also close to a military victory or losing to a military victory as well, which is not ideal. So I have to decide what do I think is a less probability. I probably go with the military side here, because I can then use my extra turn just to get rid of that, and then I'm in the clear. I guess not in the clear. My opponent could get the second symbol of that. My opponent should take this card. That is what my opponent should do. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Either one is kind of a tough choice for me. Yeah, so I think that it is better to do this. I might lose this. Huh. That's lucky. I think that we just discard this and concede that my opponent is going to get the 12 coins, or 12 points. Now that my opponent does have to pay 6 for each of these. But, Just discards it. Heck yeah. Okay, so now we know that we've gotten rid of that symbol. So really, it's just this one that we have to worry about, which we've got an extra turn. Glad we saved it. So even if my opponent discards this one, now if he was, well, I guess the good news about that is even if my opponent plays this one and this one, I can still, yeah. So this doesn't put me in a bind here. So now we go like this, using the extra turn. And we can now get rid of this. Okay, so we have staved off a science victory. We have staved off probably a military victory. I probably just play this. I have enough coins. And this now gets me going from 5 points to 2 points, which is not nothing. Score-wise, too, this is, not great, especially because my opponent is going to get those, and I'm, in a position where I just have to take these. However, these aren't nothing, but I'm not sure I have enough points to win this. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I overcome this one. I mean, I have a butt ton of coins, but we're awash there. My opponent does get, okay, look at that, low scoring game. Ooh, look at that, there we are, 300 ELO, snuck in there, really with, these last cards were key. I totally forgot that we were going to get 7 points from here. That was nice. And then when you go 13-0 on coins, it's a nice way to win. And even if I had not played that military card, I still would have won. So, all right, nice. Hey, look at that, 300 ELO. Here we are. So if you are enjoying the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment, and we'll see you next time.